Almost we have covered all the topics, but one of the important topic that we have left is the deployment, how you are going to deploy your project. This is the Power Automate. Uh, and when I'm talking about the deployment, so in the Power Automate for deployment, you need to create the solution first. Everything will go in the solution. Because in the Power Automate, you will have many dependencies like connection, environment variables, desktop flow, or you are creating any Power App, AI model. So all these things will be included in a package. That package will be inside the solution, and you will export that whole solution as a package, and then you will import it. So in the Power Automate, there are two types of deployment that currently most of the organization are doing. One is the manual approach, that is import and export. I will export the solution and I will import the solution. Second one is the CI/CD pipeline, where there is a DevOps pipeline. Through the pipeline, we are deploying the solution from one environment to another environment. So the pipeline is the complex one, but in terms of the deployment, it is a easy one. Where in the manual one you need to export, then you will import. In the pipeline, you have just to run the pipeline. And one more thing, most of the organization you will not directly get the access to deployment. As currently I have faced and I met many of the guys. I don't heard these things. They are doing deployment by their own. So you will get some support team, IT support team or client Microsoft support team. You have to inform them and they will deploy your project on your behalf. But you have to be aware what is the steps included in the deployment, how to deploy the projects. So I will show you the manual deployment part, because CI/CD pipeline you need to configure many of the things. For that one, we do not have the access. Even I'm doing a pipeline deployment through my support team. They are not giving us the support to run the pipeline or check the pipeline. I just need to inform them this is my solution. This needs to be deployed. Then they will deploy on your behalf. They will inform you, yeah, your solution is deployed into the QA or into the prod. So every solution in any platform will have different stages. Like first you will development, you will do the development. After development, your solution or your project will go into the QA phase, which is a testing phase. After that, your organization QA will test your solution. Once they will pass the solution, they will give you the acceptance. Yes, it is passed in all the QA terms. Then it will go to your business team, which will you call the SIT, or in some organization it called as a UAT, user acceptance testing. So business team will do the testing. After the testing, maybe if they will give you some finding or observation, then you need to fix it. After the UAT pass, your project will go into the production. That will be your final stage. So let me show you here. So in the Power Automate, if you will see this icon, so this is the nothing. This is one kind of an environment. So environment in the Power Automate, we have the environment. So there are different kind of a environment. Like we have a production environment, we have a developer environment, we have a sandbox trial environment. So every environment have their own specific permission and properties. So mostly for this one, currently I'm doing, this is the default environment. This one I have created. This one is the I guess a developer environment. So when you will deploy your project, then you will not create it. On your behalf, your support team will create the environment for you, and that environment will go to your solution will go to that particular environment. So every environment. So this is basically for the data privacy and to store all your data in one place. So for example, this ITS, this is my dev environment. I will develop everything, or maybe there are 10 developers working on your organization. So all 10 will be developed on this environment only, their project. Then they may create vertical wise QA environment. So they will create one QA environment for one of the verticals. Then they can create the. So I am working for example, HR vertical, any of the project. Then I will request my support team to create a one QA environment. They will create the QA environment, and I will deploy my project into the QA environment. From where exactly you can create the environment? So it will be created by from the Power Automate Admin Center. We show you. So if you'll click on this setting, you will see this option, Admin Center. And from here you will get this option, environment. So if you want to create a new environment, though you will not get it, but if you need to create it, you will choose the name from here. Any you want to give training, QA. Group is not by region. You need to select the region, because if you are working on any client where they have different region, then you have to create an environment according to the region only. Then there is a type of environment. What is the types? Is a sandbox, trial, production, or developer? So trial will be only for 30 days. If you are working anything on trial, after 30 days, it will disable everything, your flow, connection, everything. So better to use, if you are doing some testing and training, better to use sandbox or developer. And production is basically used for the production purpose only. So all the environment have similar capability, but some of the environment have some specific permission, where some environment doesn't have those permission. That's the only difference between these environments. Then add the data table. These are some optional. You can add it later also. You will save it, and it will allow you to create the environment. So from this Platform Admin Center, you can create the environment. After that, now if I and same you will get in the Power Automate desktop as well. So if I'll open the Power Automate desktop, so here you can see this option, environment. So in cloud, if I will be assigned to many different environment, same will be synced to my Power Automate. So in the Power Automate also, you will able to see all these environments. Okay, now if I need to deploy some project. So first of all, what I will do, I will go to the solution. I will create the new solution. You can create the new solution from here. So this I have already shown you how you can create the solution. Publisher. Publisher will be your project initials. So like this invoice processing I have created. So for this one, I have select the one publisher that I'll show you. So this is that only one. So I'll go in this solution, invoice process, publisher. I will show the publisher. So IP is the publisher for me. So this is basically for the references purpose, so that you will get to know what all are the part of your project solutions. So in this one, if I'll see, currently I have only two cloud flows, which I have created for approval flow classes, where it will fetch the data from Excel file, and it will send the
Rajni,
approval flows. Yes.
can you explain me the use of this publisher again?
Okay. So publisher will be so for example, your organization, your development team is working on 6 different projects. So maybe
Okay,
someone working on the payments, someone working on the AR reconciliations, or any bot. So to the connection denoted by your publisher, you will get to know, okay, this connection is for my this particular project. So for this one, this is invoice process. So for invoice process, I have initialized as a IP. So any of the environment variable, or any connection, or any data works reference that you will use in your solution, all will be come in this one only, IP underscore, then your environment variable, or it can be anything. So you will get to know. So because what happened, sometime you are working on this project and similarly you are working on two different project as well. So what will happen? You are creating some environment variable or something. So what happened normally in the project, you by mistakenly you will add some of the connection references from this project to another project, which will create the issue later. So by these publisher initials, you will get to know, okay, this particular connection is from my this project.
Okay, so publisher in the sense it has to be unique for each process
By each project, yes.
project here. Okay, so this will when will we create this publisher? Like during the process creation in the start or?
During the solution, when you will create the solution, then it will
Mm-hmm.
show you this option. So for example, I need to create a new project. I will create the new
Okay.
solution. You will give your solution name here, and then you
Mm-hmm.
will get this option. Select your publisher. So from here, you will
Okay.
select your publisher. So you can see this one. This one is denoted as MSDI1. This one is invoice processing, but initial for this publisher is IP, which I
Okay.
have denoted. So I will get to know anything starting with IP because so let's say I am creating one environment variable as a SharePoint address. So
Okay.
maybe I'm using same environment variable in one project and rest four of the project also I'm using SharePoint address. But
Mm-hmm.
maybe some another developer also rename his environment variable as a SharePoint address, and you are also naming as a SharePoint address. You will get confused which belongs to my project. So by these initial,
So
you will get to know, okay, this one is from my project. I need to use this one. I need to refer this
will it
particular
allow like when we create these duplicates publishers, will it allow to
duplicate
create?
duplicate publishers.
Yeah, let's
Publisher,
say I created IP something XYZ, and then next person who is coming in, he's creating a new solution. He's also creating IP underscore
XY, no,
XYZ.
no, it will not allow you. It
It
will
will
give you
just
the,
let you tell you that it's
yes, it
already
is
exists.
already
Some
exist or something. Yes.
okay,
Try something else. So this one is currently Cloudflow, to Cloudflow, and you can see there are three connection references. So, what is the connection references? First of all, there is a question you will see, you will observe during the interview also. What is the difference between connection and connection references? So, connections are the one that you can see from this one, connections. So, from here, these all are connection which are available in my Power Automate environment for this current environment. And for every solution, you will create the connection reference of these connections. So for example, if I need to create the connection reference for Outlook, for example, simple one. So I will not use direct, we cannot use the connections. We will create a one connection reference to that connection. So I will go here and I will go connection reference. You can give anything. So you can see when you are choosing this one, by default, it is giving you the publisher initials, IP. So you can give thing Outlook, Outlook underscore invoice. So I get to know you can add the description, otherwise it is not required. Now here it will select the connector. Which connector are you going to use? From here, I will select the Office 365, Microsoft Task, which show me Office 365 Outlook. So this is the connector I will use, and it will choose the connection by which credential you are going to use. Sorry, there is a disconnect. I think I need to first establish the connection search. So this is nothing, is a Power App portal only, which is similar to this one only. So first, I think I need to establish the Connect Power Office 365 because I think chat is it has opened another one. This is NS. I will cancel it once. I will try to see if I can create the connection for Outlook. New connection. This 365. So this is the one I have just established the one connection with Office 365 Outlook. Now I will try to create a connection reference for it. So this is the connection. Now I will try to create a connection reference for the Outlook. I'll go to invoice processing. Connection references. New, more connection references. One second. Outlook. So by default, it is showing me this one, Neeraj Shashodia, my initial, and it has created the connection reference for me. Now this same connection I can use in my solution. So you can see it has created and it is showing this IP underscore Outlook. So I will get to know, okay, this IP underscore Outlook connection is belong to my invoice processing solution. So how you can create the connection references. Now another thing, uh, so these are the cloud flow. One of the important thing is environment variables. So environment variables is also one of the important. So it's like a global variable. So I can create the environment variable and I can set those variable inside these solutions, and later you can change these values directly from the environment variable, because maybe you are using any website URL. So for the development purpose, they will give you one dev site where you can do all your development. And for the testing purpose, they will create a one QA site for you. So maybe your URL will get changed. So you can hold all these things in an environment variable. And later in the production environment, it will be changed. So same way you can hold all these things which can be changed. So nothing should be hard coded in your flow. So if you are using any values, any SharePoint address, any initials, some agency or vendor codes. So all these things should be comes from any data or table or from any environment variable. These should be dynamic so that when your project will go in a QA or prod, you can handle this thing directly from the environment variable, because you will not get the access to change the flows. You can only change I mean, you cannot change the environment variable too, but you can, while deploying your project, you can ask your support team to change this environment variable value to this. so that your flow will keep running. You don't need to change in the flow. So like in this flow, I'm using some of the SharePoint actions. So this is invoice parent flow, which we have created during the approval flow class. So here I'm using this list row present in a table from the SharePoint. And here I'm calling a child flow only. So I will use the all these things. You can see these are hard coded because maybe I will deploy my project into the QA or prod. They will have their own SharePoint site and document library and even the file name. So all these things should be hard coded. So I'll keep these two things. I will create an environment variable. I will go into the queue and I will create an environment variable. So environment variable also you can see the publisher. It is coming as a IP underscore so that you will get to know, okay, this environment belongs to this project. I will give this as a SharePoint address. Then you will get the choose option. You can select the data source. In the data source, it will directly give you the option if you can choose the SharePoint site. I'll simply take a text and in a text and a current value, I will select my SharePoint. So it should be this is a SharePoint address we normally call. I will take the value as a SharePoint direct its.sharepoint.com. You can
Can't we
see
give the
now,
same value from the flow?
not from the flow. So currently I'm creating the creating the environment variable and I'm storing the value inside the variable only. Now I will
Yeah,
change.
can you go to that flow, the Power Automate?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one, the SharePoint site hyphen Power Automate.
No, I'm
It
not
won't
taking
work
this.
like that.
It maybe it will work. I'm not sure because it need the whole reference. It need
Okay,
whole
like
reference.
the
This
whole
one.
path. Okay.
Yeah. So if you need to update in this way, then in that case you need to select the data source in the environment variable. By text, it will not able to read it.
Okay.
Hmm. Now this one has created one environment variable. This one. You can see this is showing this IP underscore. I will create one more for the SharePoint library. Text. My I will refer to my files in this library. This one. So my library name is training. I will copy this training. Paste. Now I will change these things in my flow also so that it should take the dynamic. So how I can change? I will click on this drop down. I will click on this one, enter custom value. It will show me SharePoint address. I need to go back and then come because I have created them later. So I need to go back and then come again. Click on this and enter custom value. And here it will show you all the environment variable list of all the environment. So currently you can see all these value only. But in your organization, when multiple developers are working on the project on the same environment, you will see the long list of the environment variable. So where your publisher will help you. So maybe someone else will also create SharePoint underscore library underscore something, and you will not remember what exactly your variable name. So this IP underscore SharePoint underscore library, you will get to know this one is belongs to my project only. So and this will show you all the list for current environment. What all environment will be available in this one. Maybe someone will create 10 different environment variable. It will show you all the list. So I will select SharePoint address, which I have created for this one.
So these
So,
environment variables are specific to the environment, not to the
spe-
project,
yes, specific the environments.
not to the solution. I mean,
Yes. Okay. So once so if you have chosen if you have noticed one thing, once I have chosen the environment variable, it has changed this value. I will go back and I will select the default value from this one, SharePoint Power Automate. So this is the one thing that you may face in the beginning. So this is very so you can see it is showing training. Now it is showing training. And once I am choosing my variable, it is changing this that training to this one. So this is actually nothing. This is the metadata ID, unique ID for that training document library for this one. This is the metadata ID for this one. So in the Power Automate, there are some action where it will directly not accept the training particular keyword when you are passing any value through the dynamic values. So I will select this value also, and I will create one more environment variable. So if you'll in the QA or anything, if you'll give training here, you are giving a SharePoint, you will give training here. It maybe will give you the error because it will not accept. In that case, it may require the library metadata ID for that document library. So I will create one more variable to test this thing in the QA in another environment. I will create one more environment variable as a
sorry, can you show me how do you get to that
one minute.
metadata variable? Like it auto populated or do you select anything?
One minute. So, so this one. So when I'm selecting this one, so this is the only variable. So I'm selecting when I have selected my site. So it is converting, showing this one document library as a training, which I can see here. This is the name coming as a training only. And when I am changing it to the um, environment variable address, now it will change this one to training. This unique code, which is nothing is a metadata ID for that document library.
Okay.
So
So
yeah,
can you remove all that? Like let's say you remove all those values and then start adding because before it was already training, right? Maybe that's why it replaced. Let's say if you don't have any.
I will remove it. I will remove it. So so for that one, I'm removing it and I'm changing it to the library, SharePoint library. So my library value is training. I will try to select it. So now you can see I have selected the library and my table also gone. So it is indicating that there is some issue with my variables. It is not accepting the uh, table with all
How
these
come you
values.
know that it's selecting the right table? Because it's already there, right? So it's
No,
giving that table's
so
metadata.
no. Earlier it is showing table one to me now here
Yeah,
in
yeah.
this cell. Now it is showing this value C7CO. So that means it is not reading. It is not able to find the table. If I'll run this flow now, it will give me the error on this action. So
Okay.
it should show table one. So if I'll go back, I will choose this one. So you can see it is showing table 1 to me. That
Okay.
means it is able to read. I will remove it and I will select back my metadata ID variable. Metadata. So I have to come back again because it's a cloud version. So you have to, if you are creating something, you have to come back and
Refresh.
so for now I'll select and then click on edit. SharePoint address. And this one will be in this one, metadata ID, SP library metadata ID.
Okay.
So now you can see it's showing me table 1. It is not taking anything to us. So I will save it. Now these value coming, I have changed as a dynamic. So I can hold these things directly from the environment variable. I don't need to change anything inside the flow. We'll come from this side. Now we have created the environment variable. We have created the connection references. One more thing I will show you before the deployment, the desktop flows. Now, if you are maybe in your cloud flow, you are working some desktop flow as well. So you can add the desktop flow directly from here also, or automation.
So where are we using those connection references?
Connection references inside the cloud flows. So in the cloud flow, if you all see here,
So if you're connecting to something that comes under
yes,
connection
yes, yes.
reference.
So for
Okay.
example, if you're using some SharePoint action, some Outlook action, so from here you can review your those connections. So you'll
Okay.
click on these three dot, and from there you can see. So I'll show you Cloudflow also. Automation. No, sorry, desktop flow. I'm taking one normal desktop flow, just launching Excel, simple one, to show you the deployment part of it. Launch a blank document and write something. We'll create the one desktop flow here. I will also change the name of this one. Eh, I'll just rename it as a PA flow normal. And same flow I'm adding in my solution. because you're in when you work on Power Automate project, there can be multiple desktop flow as well. Here it is showing the desktop flow to me. These are my environment variables. These are my some connection references. And currently I'm using only two cloud flows. Similarly, if you use some Dataverse table, it will show you here. If you will use, for example, any app, Power Apps, it will show you app here. Adaptive cards, it will show your any Copilot agent if you will use. That will be very advanced part that will show here. But currently, these are the most common one: collection references, environment variables, desktop flow, and the cloud flows. These are the common one that you will see on your project. Now I need to before deploying it, it's a good practice to click on the this one advanced from the advanced section. Click on add require object. So what it will do, maybe by default it will you will use some wrong environment variable and wrong connection references. So if you'll click on this one, it will add all the object in your variable if it will be outside from your solution. So once you will click this, if you are using anything outside for a solution, so as here it is showing four connection references. In that case, it will show you five connection references or environment variable. So you can review it directly from here. Before it will give you some error prompt during the deployment. By clicking on it, you will get to know there is any mismatch or any wrong values coming on my flow. So now my solution is ready, and I can see the this one also. If I will switch to another environment, you will see nothing I have here as well. So I will come to the ITS. I will come outside from this and I will click on this one, export solution. You will click on this publish. It will publish all the customization in your solution. I will click on next. Now there is another important thing as a manage and unmanage. So this is one of the interview question as well. So what is the managed solution? What two types of solution we have in the most of the Power Automate solution? So there are two type of solution, manage and manage. So manage is basically when you are doing we are going to doing some QA or prod prod deployment. So basically in managed solution, you will not get the access to edit your flow or edit any environment variable. All the things will be disabled for you. Where unmanaged is the same type of a solution which you are currently working here. So is a type of you're deploying any solution from one development environment to the another development environment where you can edit everything. You will have the full control on your solution. Where in the managed solution, you will not have the control. You cannot edit anything. So if in terms of QA or UAT or production, it will be always a managed deployment. I will click on this select solution checker on the export. Now it will export the solution for me, and it will also do the version controlling. So it will automatically change the number of the control like 1.0.2 it is showing to me. So this exported successfully. I am getting this prompt. This is exported. I will download this file and it will create the one zip file for me, invoice 1002 manage.zip. Now I have to import this file on my another environment, which can be my QA environment or it can be anything. And as I said, you will not in your live project, maybe you'll not get all these access. You need to inform your team. They will do all this activity for you. But you have to be take care. You will follow all this step. Like all the things should be dynamic. All the connection references are correct. So I have click directly. I have I come switch my environment. I'll click on import solution, browse. I'll select my file, open, next. Will show you all this option. Next. So here it will give you all these options for the connection references. So in case if you are currently I am deploying it with my initials, but in the project you will deploy it through the bot ID or service account. So when you are creating this uh, connection with your ID, you need to create the same connection references with the bot ID or service account. So currently, because I am logged in with my account only, when you will deploy it in a real-time project, they will give you some service account and a bot account. Team will log in with that credential and they will create these connection references like Excel Online. They will create the Excel Online connection references through the service account or bot ID. So same, they will create this tick mark means all the connection references are correctly established. Otherwise, it will show you one exclamation mark like the error sign. There is some issue with this connection, something like that. Then here comes the environment. Okay, environment variable. So one thing I want to mention. So whenever you will deploy the project, what you will do, you will remove the environment variable value to the blank. So once you will environment value, you will what solution? This is ITs. These these are the environment variable. So before going to deploy it first time only, you can remove this one and you will keep it as a blank and you will save it. Then you will import it. So what it will show you, it will show you as a blank there during the deployment, and you can update the current value. What the current value you need to give. So like this SharePoint library. SharePoint library is coming as a blank. Sure, but it will go as a training only. So I will change my environment variable values from this one, SharePoint library from this one, metadata ID, according to the new SharePoint site. SharePoint address, you can change it from here. This value is from this solution. I will click on import.
So can I import with the same values from the developer to the QA
Yes,
and
yes,
then
yes.
change it here after coming that
No, no,
solution here?
no, no. If it is a managed solution, you cannot change it. If it is a unmanaged, then you can change it.
Okay, managed solution, all the environment variables should be blank before you export or import.
I mean, if you are going to export it from the development on a first time deployment, you will remove all the environment variable so that during the deployment into the prod QA environment, it will show you that one all the blank values, and then you can update your own values. What all the updated value that you want to give. So in that way. So if
Okay,
now it's
what
in
happens the second time?
second time, it will automatically take the QA values only. The second time you don't need to do this. So first time You have exported from the dev, you have imported into the QA. You have given your
Okay.
updated value as per the QA. Now, second time also you need to develop deployment into the QA, but by default it will take the same values. Though it will show you the
Okay.
prompt also. These are your environment variable. You can add it from there also, but it will take the same values. What you have deployed,
Okay.
given as a first time. Because it will take a lot of time for you also. Because in the development, for example, you are using 20 environment variable. You will
Yeah.
plan, you will remove value for everything. It will take for you to also remove everything. Then you will test it. Then if it is a blank in the dev, you cannot test it. Then you have to again update the values. Then it will take a time for you. For example, you have to you are going to deploy 5 times in a week. 5 times you are removing the value, then updating the value back the value. It will take time. So first time it is only required. So second time it's not needed.
Okay.
I'll go here. I come to my solution. So first of all, I show you environment. You can see all the things are coming as a disable for me. Cannot edit any. So you cannot edit everything. If you need to change any environment value, then you have to deploy it again. You have to again ask your team, I need to change this environment value, deploy it again and change the environment value for this particular environment variable for this thing. That how you need to change. Desktop flow, it is here, but from the desktop flow also I need to check. Why it is creating 2 environments. You can see it is also automatically come here in the desktop flow. And if I click on this particular one, I will go inside it. So you can see save option is also disabled for me. I will add any option, maybe it will show. You can see this option is disabled for me. You cannot edit anything. Now,
Yeah, this is because the managed solution, right?
the managed solution. So in a managed solution, we cannot edit anything. So this is for my
Okay.
and cloud flow. Coming to the cloud flow. These are my cloud flow. And I will go to the cloud flow. So I'll go to the cloud flow and I will click on this and add it. So here you can see the option is enabled for me because this is the cloud flow. So in the cloud flow, it will show you this option, but it will show you this prompt. Editing this managed flow will create customization stored in new and managed layer. So what and you can see all these options. These are all coming from the environment variable. And as you know, we cannot change the environment variable value from the managed solution. So we need to deploy it again. But what happen if so for example you deployed your project and you have a demo in 5 minutes with your stakeholders and you come to know okay this is a small thing that I need to do and deployment will take a half an hour. So what will happen? So if I will add a one small step here, I know my solution will work. If you'll add a one, you will change something. So it will allow you to change or not. So I'm just adding one button. So will it allow me or it will directly don't allow me? So I'll click on save. So you can see it has allowed me to save. But what happened? But it is not recommended actually to save it on any and manage solution. So what will happen when you will change anything inside a cloud flow? It will create a one and manage layer. So I should show you. because now take it. So you can see for this one I will show you solution layer from this one. This three dot advanced solution layer. So this is a solution layer. From this solution only it is showing me, and it is recommended it should show only this one only. There should not be any unmanaged layer. For invoice parent, because I have done one change just now. So what it has done, it has created one unmanaged layer for me. So what it is mean, it has just created due to the compose action which I have created in my solution. So sometime if you have some urgent work or demo that you need to do, so you can do that way, but it is not recommended. And what is the impact of it? If you will run your flow, it will run fine. It will not create any issues. The only thing when you will deploy your project solution next time, so the compose it will not take that particular action, compose action. It will take only the changes that you have did in your dev. And if you want to remove this one, you can click on this one and you will get this option, remove get customization. You can remove it directly from here also. Sometimes they maybe someone will ask you manage layer, can I edit the desktop flow? Can I edit the cloud flow? So you have your answer. We cannot edit the desktop flow. So maybe and sometimes they will also ask, I need to migrate, deploy my desktop flow only. I don't want to use cloud flow. From the desktop flow, there is a way to deploy it. So there is no way to deploy the desktop flow standalone. You have to create a solution from the cloud flow and then you can deploy it. From the desktop flow, you cannot deploy it. There is no option to deploy. So from the cloud flow only, you can deploy it. And in the cloud flow, you can see we can change it and it will create a one unmanaged layer for us. And from where I can change, check the unmanaged layer. From the flow, I will click on three dot, I will click on advanced, and from this one, see solution layer, I can do this. What is the impact of it? I can run my flow successfully, but it will create a one customization. And if you, for example, you have done three changes in the QA, and you forget, you maybe you don't remember it, and in the dev you have deployed your previous version, maybe uh, you will your these three steps will not come in your solution. Maybe you will merge everything, like you will remember I have added these three steps, but you three steps you are added in a QA. In the dev you have forgot two steps, add those steps. So that will happen. Otherwise you can remove the customization layer from here also. And also you need to mention that is not a recommended way. I will go to my dev, I will change those steps, and then I will again do the deployment. So this is it, guys, how we can do the deployment. If I'll run this one, I will try to run this one also. Uh, we did check my approval flow also. So these all are running because these are approval flows. I will go to the Outlook because we are sending these approval flow in the Outlook directly. Okay, these are here. So all these, it has created all these flows. For example, I will let's check something. Flow should be completed from here also. So this one is succeeded because I have responded one of the approval response. So this is how, guys, the deployment process. And same will happen. So for example, you will get some finding from your QA team or during the UAT. You will go to the deployment, your dev server environment. You will do the changes in your solution. Again, you will export it and import it into the QA environment or UAT environment. Same way. And once your all the things will be passed, you have passed the QET or passed the UAT QA, then your solution directly go into the prod. So any question on this, any doubt you have?
Hey, one quick question. How do we migrate between the versions? Let's say the upgraded version, it's not working. We want to switch back to the previous version. Is it possible?
So are you saying you have migrated the upgraded version, but it is not working, and you want to switch back to the previous version?
Yeah.
In that case, the Power Automate, I don't think there is an option to switch back. In that case, in Power App, this option is there, but in the Power Automate, in that case, you need to manage your this solution version. So like this is creating this version.
Yes.
You can deploy it, and then it will replace the updated version, and it will show you.
Sir, your voice has been
Okay,
cutting
wait, wait.
out.
1 minute. Internet connection is unstable. 1 minute. Is it clear now? I think it is a bottom.
I can hear you, but it's breaking a little bit for
Breaking.
me. Is
Yeah.
it only for me or is it for everyone?
I think from my side because I can hear you clearly. Ritvika,
Okay.
Ritvika,
Yeah,
am I audible?
no, your voice is not feasible.
Okay, not good. So it's breaking too much or slight?
Now it's good.
Hmm?
Now it's a little bit better.
Okay, little better. Okay. Okay, so Pramod, what I'm saying, so whenever you are exporting your solution, you need to keep it manage all these version inside your folder, or maybe sometimes in audit purpose you need to keep all these solution
Okay.
with you. So sometimes latest version will not work for you. You have
Mm-hmm.
changed something and it is not working for you, which functionality earlier working. So you can go and you can import the previous version. So it will replace the latest update, and you can see that previous version there in the Power Automate.
Okay, got it. And one more thing. So for the deployment, you mentioned you have to export and then import, right? So
Hmm.
is that the only way, or do we have any another way?
Yes,
We
yes,
can just
there is another way as a CI/CD pipelines. So in that one,
okay.
what you need to do, you have to establish some Azure DevOps pipeline, and in the
Mm-hmm.
pipeline you have to push your code from. So what they will do, so this is all normally do from your supporting team. They will create a pipeline for you, and there is a
Okay.
actually there is a this that one is a complicated process. First they will
Mm-hmm.
create a one Azure pipeline for you, then they will import all your code there, and then they will run the pipeline. And when they will run the pipeline, it will directly go from dev to QA.
Dev to QA.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a little complex process, and that again pipeline also again it will your support team they will create the pipeline for you, and they will handle everything for you. You need to inform them This is my solution that need to be there. These are my environment variables. These are my connection references. Connection
Yeah, again, I
reference.
have to update everything
You have
to
to
them.
update everything, create a template or something, Excel template for them, and you have to give everything. This is my environment variable name, and this is the value. This should be the value during the
Yeah,
deployment.
but in a company, how do you follow in your company? Like, are you exporting and importing, or
No, no.
are
So,
they
so,
use?
so currently, so in my previous engagement with previous client, there we are
Mm-hmm.
following the manual deployment, importing and exporting. So how
Okay.
we are doing? I will export from the dev server, and there is a SharePoint site. I will keep my latest code there, and the previous one
Mm-hmm.
I will save it in an archive folder. This archive folder, I will save it, and then I will inform my supporting team. This is the latest version. Save in the SharePoint site. You can import it. Then that guy will import it, and they will inform me. We have imported the solution for you. Now, my latest client engagement, how they are doing? They are doing through the CI/CD pipeline. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so we are informing them, and from the CI/CD pipeline, they are deploying. And CI/CD pipeline, actually, that support team also, they are getting a lot of complications. Sometimes environment variables are not coming correct. Sometimes connection references, they are doing some mistakes. So
Okay.
even QA, they have given us the access. Like I can switch to the QA and I can review my environment. But in the product or prod environment, even most of the not most of the few of the client area, they don't give you the prod environment access. Even you cannot view you view your flow. So
Yes,
sometimes if
yes.
I'm getting error, I'm getting some issues, I need to monitor something, I need to check my flow. I need to call them. They will share their screen, and I have to do everything on a screen sharing session. So it's a very
Oh, okay.
complicated when it come to the prod. So you have to make sure in a QA and UAT, everything should work fine. Because in a
Oh,
prod,
okay.
you will get some issues, then you have to check everything in a screen sharing session, and it will be very complicated.
Okay. I think
So
that's it from mine.
at least you'll know the concept. What all things are required during the deployment? What are connection
Yeah.
references? How I will deploy the desktop flow? What is environment variable? What has the access we can do? What is the do and do's during the deployment? Rest support team will also. So if you are attempting any interview in an interview also, they will try to check all these things. You have this knowledge or not?
Yeah.
But
Yesterday I implemented. I think last week I implemented this deployment,
Okay, yeah. You already working on the
and
Power Automate?
yeah, I'm already working. I've done a
Okay,
POC, so
okay,
I'm testing a couple of things like deployment, how does this work, and all that. And this
okay,
access part, how do you create environments? How do you give access to the people? Because in our company, this Power Automate is kind of new, and we are the first people who are implementing it.
okay,
This whole
okay,
Power Platform thing. So I created an app, Power App, and then
okay,
integrated that with some flows, added some custom connectors, and all that.
okay, okay, okay.
I think someone is asking. Sorry to cut you out.
Yeah,
Rajnish,
yeah, go on.
Rajnish, I want to connect with you tomorrow. It is available. I mean, are you available for tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Morning in the morning call.
Okay, morning.
But I forgot last time you asked something. I forgot it. What is that?
Actually, we want to create the the automate the premium. I mean, automate the cloud.
Okay. The premium service account for yourself. Huh? That
Yes, Rajnish.
yeah,
And I will
that
try
we will
to
connect.
do some tasks with your account. I will facing some issues like I need a PowerPoint access. That's why.
Okay, Pawan. Tomorrow morning, same time 11:30 around 11:30.
Okay, Rajnish. Thank you, Rajnish.
Yeah, thank you. Any other question, guys?
Rajesh, we will
I'm
start
good from mine.
implement the project from the
Okay, then Thank you, guys. So from next week, I will try to show you some project. Not show you, I will tell you the project, and then you can create it. And if you'll get any issues during those project creation, then we will discuss. I will show you how you can attempt those steps. Okay.
I think Madhurendra is asking you something about the project and all.
I'm audible.
Yeah. Where in the chat? Yeah, Madhurendra, you are audible.
I was asking like you will start to create the project from next week onwards.
Sorry, Madhurendra, can you repeat your voice?
Allow me a minute. Huh? I'm good now.
Yeah, little better.
I was saying that you will start to, like you will show us the real time projects creation from the upcoming weeks.
Not yet real-time project, Madhurendra, because due to my organization policy, I cannot show it
Any
you the real
project
time.
like which can like
हाँ
not from your
हाँ but
organization,
but I
any
will
project
try
that you
to
have created,
हाँ
which
I
will
will try
more.
to give you some project similar to that so that you can create the project.
Ah,
And
that, that, that,
I
that
will try to tell you also the project if you need assistance, what kind of project you'll get, what kind of a scenarios you will get. That I can show you.
like we need the exposure of the matlab, not your actual project from the organization that there is a foundation. So
Yeah,
any
yeah.
project which is similar, which will stop the SDLC steps and everything over there. So
Yeah, Madhurendra.
okay, okay, that's it. Thanks.
Okay. Okay. Anything else, guys? Okay, then I think we are good for today. Thank you everyone for your time. Have a good day.
Thank you, Rajna. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.